Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Pro Dealer Secrets. Thanks for joining me on my YouTube channel here. We're going to talk today. Today is the beginning of a 10-part series of 10 ways to sell 10 more cars this month. So we're gonna go over part 1 today. To get the whole entire document, just go to the link below the video. It'll take you to a PDF, and you can download this entire resource. And let's get right into it. Number 1 is require a call to action with every customer interaction. Now this is a mouthful, but it's very important. When any salesperson speaks to a customer in any form, including a message on Facebook, a text message, an email, a phone call, even when they're in person, you need to require that every single interaction has a call to action, and repeatedly if possible. So every salesperson, when they talk to a customer, they should have the goal of pushing the interaction to the next step. So what does that look like? Well, for me, anytime we talk to a person or interact with them, we just say, when would you like to come see it? Or when do you want to come see it? Just over and over. I mean, it sounds like a broken record, but this is like the key foundation of our sales process. Otherwise, you get a bunch of people that waste your time. They might feel awkward because they don't know what to say next. Especially we get a lot of younger people looking for a car, and they don't know what to do or say, and that's okay. I mean, most people don't buy a car but once every few years, so it's like people don't practice for this, and it's your job to lead the interaction. You're the experienced person. You're the expert that they look up to. They're just trying to buy a car, and they need help doing that. So what that looks like, let me give you an example phone call. Okay, so somebody calls and they say, "Hey, I'm calling about your 2008 Nissan Altima. Do you still have it?" "Yeah, we still have it. When would you like to come see it?" Just immediately. "Yes, we still have it. When do you want to come see it?" And if it's sold, then you would just simply say, "No, we actually just sold it, but we have we have some other cars in the $4,000 price range. Were you open to anything else?" And as you can tell, we always say just sold it, because if you say we sold it last week, they might get mad that it's on the website, blah, blah, blah. But we always say we just sold it. But when they call about a car, we have it, we say, "When do you want to come see it?" And most of the time they'll say, "Oh, I get off of work on Thursday. I'll try to make it over around then. Can you tell me about the Carfax or this or that?" They'll ask some questions, and then you'll answer the questions. Say, "Oh yeah, it's got leather. It's got an auxiliary port. It runs great. We inspect all of our cars. What time on Thursday are you thinking? We're open from 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday." And then they'll answer. They may have more questions, and you answer those questions, but you always ask for the action, because every call to action is a little mini sale. I mean, you want to sell the customer on showing up to your dealership, and when they get there, you want to sell them on test driving the car, and when they drive it, you want to see if they want to buy it. It's as simple as that. And actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a recording of a phone call, an example here that you can hear. All right, actually, I tried looking for one, because we record our phone calls, but I can't find any that have the recording still live. Because as of the time of shooting this video, I sold my business 2 months ago, so it seems like all the recordings of the phone calls have already expired. So we use CallRail, and that it gives you a phone number where people can call, and you can also receive text messages. And then when people call the CallRail number, it forwards to your phone number. So it's great. It's really good, especially for marketers and stuff like that. But it also records phone calls. But how a typical phone call goes is just asking them when they want to come see it, when they can make it, and then if they're not sure, then just tell them the hours that you're open. And it's the same in messages. When people send you a message on Facebook, you simply say, "Yes, it's still available. When you want to come see it?" And I have a text shortcut set up on my phone to where when I type in W, it just shows up as when you want to come see it. And Some of the salespeople I've trained, they give me a lot of jokes over it. 'Cause it's just like, when do you want to come see it? When do you want to come see it? But really, that's all it's about. Because if you don't ask that question, then people will waste your time like crazy. So I'll give you an example of a phone call when you don't ask that question. You know, they might say, hey, I'm calling about this car. And you say, hey, yeah, I still have it available. And then the customer will kind of pause and say, okay, can you tell me about the tires? What can you tell me about it? What can you tell me about it? And you'll say, well, what do you want to know? And they'll say, did they have anything wrong with it? And you'll either say, no, nothing. Or you'll say, well, it's kind of got a scratch, or it's this and that. It needs this, it needs that, blah, blah, blah. And then by the time you're done, the customer's like, oh, man, this car's a piece of crap. Okay, well, I'm going to think about it, and I'll get back to you, and if we want to come look at it. And you'll say, okay, great. And that's the phone call. Like, that's a terrible, shitty phone call that's not going anywhere. And you can avoid those phone calls simply by saying, yes, I still have it available. When do you want to come see it? And the customer will ask a few questions, but you just always redirect it back to, yeah, when can you make it? Or if they need any information, you send it to them. And then when they show up, let them walk around the lot. When they walk into the office, say, hey, how's it going? What are you guys looking for? And they'll say, oh, we're here to see the 2008 Altima. And you say, oh, awesome, okay. Well, here's the key. Would you like to test drive it? And then they'll say yes or no. And you say, yeah, feel free to look at it. If you don't want to test drive it right now, check it out. If you want to drive it, come back in, let me know. And I'll get a copy of your license, let you take it out for a drive. And then that's pushing it to the next step. So when they show up, the next step is a test drive. When they test drive it, the next step is to either buy it or to find a car they like. So when they get back, you just simply say, what did you guys think? And then they'll answer. And then you either address the issues, or you say, do you think it'll work for you? Whose name do we want to title in? And then after the sale, because you want to get reviews, you simply say, do you guys mind leaving us a honest Google review? Hopefully this has been an easy process. You like everything. It really helps a ton because our reviews help more people find us. And then they leave with the vehicle. And it seems pretty simple, oversimplistic, but simply requiring a call to action with every customer interaction will help push the serious customers forward towards a sale, and it will help weed out all the time wasters and people that are just going to cause headaches. So it really helps you save a ton of time. It cuts down on the time of the phone call, and it helps get more people into your dealership that are serious. Because otherwise, you're just leaving it open-ended for the customer to do whatever they want, and the customer has no idea what they want. So they just kind of say, I'll think about it. And that's what happens. So that's today's video. That's part 1. And next video, we're going to talk about part 2, where, taking pictures of the cars will help you sell more cars. So go below. There's a link. You can download the complete PDF. And I'll see you guys on the next video in part 2.